Yeah, Charlie did go on the road with me. He went on the road with me, and I don't really fool with cats like Charlie too much. You know what I mean? He was on the road. He's kind of being a tour manager for us.
Mm.
You know, and then
Okay.
being a tour manager, you got to do paperwork. He wasn't doing paperwork. He was like doing shit like, like hiring people, and like he was underbidding. He was taking money. He was taking the cut off the money all the time, from the light man, from the sound man, the taxis. He was taking receipts from the band, and he wasn't paying. He wasn't doing the paperwork, so he kind of caused me some IRS problems. So I don't really like.
What's one thing on the road? I mean, when you guys were in close quarters and maybe hanging out or at dinner somewhere, did he ever do anything that just kind of threw you off? You didn't? Did you see any signs of him just kind of being
Well, see,
off?
Charlie had this problem. Every time he was around people, he always had to make up these lies about what he do and what he owned. So he had these companies overseas, but nobody never know. You'll never know. So he always had to like make up these things or like tell somebody about his cars and just he just lied a lot. He was like a what we call a pathological liar. He lied about everything. A girl come around, he started dancing. He wasn't sure that he had some type of talent. He always had these stories. We call it like name dropping. Like he would just you know every time he talked, he would just mention like him and Janet, and we would just throw stuff because he's name dropping. So see
You ever
another thing
try
about
to?
Charlie now. See, you can't take Charlie with you to a girl's house. If you're in the car and you got your boy with you, you know
Right.
what, Charlie, I'm gonna let you roll with me. I
Yeah.
gotta go see a friend real quick. So you invite Charlie in the house.
Right.
They meet. You cool. You stay over there for 30 minutes. Charlie, he comes off like a nice fella. But when
Hmm.
you leave and like 2 weeks later, you talk to your friend. She's like, me and Charlie, like we went to get something to eat. I'm like, you and who? You and Charlie. So you can't take Charlie nowhere because Charlie ends up being back at the place
After
without
you
you.
already gone.
Yeah.
You're from the Bay. That's where all your family is. You're very close with your family. Like no
Right.
matter
Right.
what you do in your career, how far you get, whatever you do in your career, you always seem to find a way to take care of home and reach out to your family. You're always around. You always go see them. Would you would you bring Charlie? I mean, if it was ever a situation where you had to do a show back at home, would you like take Charlie with you to your parents' house
I
for
couldn't really
dinner?
take Charlie with me. See, I don't know why I take Charlie on tour, but I couldn't. It seemed like if you take somebody on tour, you could take them to see
Anyway,
your family, but
yeah.
I wouldn't take Charlie home with me to Oakland because they would kill Charlie. I
Wow.
mean, right off the bat, because I'm from the Bay, I'm from the Oakland, the town. They just don't play that. They have his head in like 2 seconds, and my family wouldn't like him. And I couldn't show my family that I even had somebody like that around me for no point.
Right. Yeah. The last time you saw him, or what booted him out of the situation?
I just don't. When I'm done with somebody, I'm done. I mean, simple and plain. It was no confrontation.
It was
After it was all said and done, we get off the plane. I got my bags. They got their bags. I got in my car. They got in their car. And I just told people don't call him no more.
yeah.
It's a
Did he
wrap.
try to ever call you? Did he ever try to
No,
reach
no,
out to
no.
you?
When you burn those bridges, you burn those bridges. You can't call back. I
Right.
mean, if I saw
Right.
him, I'd be cordial.
Like, hey, Charlie, what's
Yeah,
up?
well, hey, what's up? But I mean, we ain't gonna break no bread or get nothing to eat.
Right.
Smoke nothing.
Smoke nothing.
Nothing gonna happen like
You wouldn't
that.
smoke with Charlie?
No,
Yeah,
no, no,
probably
no.
not.
I'm not wasting God's gifted plant on an idiot. No, it's not gonna happen.
I agree.